suicidal rate in Kilkenny, because people are actually, because there's no suicidal, there's no mental health there, they seem to stop at 5 o'clock on a Saturday afternoon and you can't get any 24-hour service. The HSE needs to put a 24-hour service in, because disability and mental health does not stop at 5 o'clock on a Saturday afternoon or Friday afternoon. We have it all 7 days a week, every day of the week in our lives, so we need a 24-hour service, and it's time that was put in place. As for self-advocates ourselves, I think services need to listen to us more. I'm not in service anymore, I was, but services need to put us first, not put management first. Because there seems to be a level of management first, staff second, and the people, the clients, not service users, clients, should be the first and foremost in services, not the management and not the staff. The management are there to protect us, the staff are there to protect us, but at the same time, if we weren't there, none of them would be there in the first place. If I was, still had no job, vice versa. And we should be listened to more. I think we should be sitting on more boards as self-advocates in a higher echelon of in the HC, as well as the HICWA. And HICWA should bring us around when they're doing inspections, because we know more about services than they do. And if they're coming from the old age pension area, the old age area of HICWA, they're coming from the old people's area. So they don't understand services as much as someone who's been actually working in services all their lives. I was in service for 14 years, between the workshops and the education part of where I was. I won't mention the group in particular. And the workshop wasn't great, because they didn't listen to us, first of all. And the other part of it wasn't great, and the education part was good, but to a point they still weren't listening to us. So we need to be listened to more as people, because as someone said there, we're not numbers, we are people, and we're not numbers on a sheet. That has to go for employment as well. And I think there should be, I know you're not doing employment, I can't say, but employment, we need to get jobs, we're not getting jobs, and social welfare needs to come involved with that, and it needs to be more implementation in there, and more health, more stuff involved in that. There's a lot of issues what people as self-advocates want to know themselves. We want to live. I know there's a lot of families here, and I respect families, but self-advocates have to speak up as well, and we need to be listened to as much as families do. And there needs to be, I don't think the same family are on one line, and family and we're not seeming to connect more. I think we need to be more connected with families, because if we connect in with families, there is issues there that maybe they don't agree with and we don't agree with, like the Sexual Offences Act 1993 needs to be re-looked at and needs to be redone up. It needs to be looked at, because I know some families wouldn't agree. Well, maybe it was supports put in there for the families who didn't agree, but people with mild intellectual disabilities should have a right to move on. Well, someone, if we have a relationship with someone without an intellectual disability, could be done for rape, mandatory rape, or whatever, and they could be put into jail just because we're having a relationship with someone with an intellectual. It's not fair on them, it's not fair on us. So that should be checked out. There's a lot of things in this country needs, like the CRPD, the UN Convention on the Rights of People with Disabilities. That has to be, the government needs to map that out, like they promised when they were with the Dublin Castle there a few weeks ago. They were in front of the UN, and that needs to be mapped out. They need to map that out and see how, and we need to implement that as quickly as possible. I can't say any more. And
I just want to let the panel answer the various questions.
Just in connection with input, which you were mentioning, and the fact that you believe that with disability become involved, is there any plans to get a similar type of investigation in the community for people who are absolutely kind of embedded in the community with no oversight on that kind of level? You know what I mean?
I think in the longer term,
living as individuals in the community. And the other thing I want to ask, someone was speaking about the transport. Has there been plans to bring back transport for people with disabilities, like to hospitals and getting to, because that's the big thing. Those
Yeah.
two things really.
Okay, we'll come back to those questions. Just one last one here, and then I'm going to go back to the panel, and then we're going to conclude.
Sorry, just Pat, just on the scenario that you had up in the plan, there's no, and it's to everybody really on the panel, there's no reference to a rights-based approach to human rights. And, you know, there's the positive duty requirement in respect of equality and human rights. And I didn't hear any reference to that. And just, Patricia thinks that, I think you referenced maybe that the legislation is based on a decision-making capacity. The Centre for Disability Law and Policy in Galway and the Capacity Coalition felt really it's very much based on mental capacity, and that legal capacity is not recognised in law under the legislation. And just under the UN General Comment number 1 for the CRPD, it says perceived or actual deficits in mental capacity can never be used as a justification for denial or restriction of legal capacity, even in respect of a single decision. So, I mean, there's huge, huge issues at stake here. And if anybody wants to just Google the case of Garth Daniels in Australia, who has intellectual disability and who's been blitzed with ECT. I think his father is actually, last I had heard, had taken him away, you know, got him away, he was out on leave. But if you look at that case, Australia has ratified CRPD, signed and ratified, plus the optional protocol. And you look at the human rights abuse of Garth Daniels, and we have the equivalent of Garth Daniels here, believe you me. Pardon?
Patrick Dunn in Central Mental Hospital.
Yeah, so we have the equivalent here. So, you know, if we're under some illusion that ratification of COPD, yes, it will be ratified, but there will be reservations or declarations or whatever you want to call it, which will mean that we won't have effective remedy for cases. So, you know, and there is no change, not a single change that I see within Irish psychiatry, and anybody presenting their child